If you thought you've already been warned about the worst possible scenario for West Asia, given those rising tensions, you might want to rethink that. It could get a lot worse. The scenarios just keep getting uglier, keeping not just West Asia, but the entire world on edge with each passing day. Tonight, we tell you about a major warning. It's not coming from someone observing the developments from outside, but from someone within. A senior Pentagon official. Who is he? Meet Elbridge Colby, Under Secretary of War for Policy. According to this senior Pentagon official, a regional conflict in which nuclear weapons are used locally and trigger a wider escalation poses a greater danger than a surprise mass attack on the United States. Not just that, he says the consequences of a large-scale nuclear strike on America would deter countries capable of launching one, and that what he would fear more is a regional war. Let me just quote from what he has said. He described the danger as a kind of local war, conventional war that might have local employment, God forbid, of nuclear weapons that could escalate from there as it expanded outward. Note those words there, local employment of nuclear weapons, God forbid. We'll just come back to that statement. What happens in such a scenario is the immediate question. According to the senior Pentagon official, decision-making time in such a crisis could be extremely limited, and that's the other challenge. He says one side could misread a military move as preparation for a total attack and respond on a far greater scale than expected. What's the way to prevent such a nightmare from playing out for real, if at all? According to him, the United States must give the president credible and rational options. Those choices should deter an adversary without creating an uncontrollable spiral towards nuclear war. But just look at the options being explored within the Trump administration already. How, according to a former US Congresswoman, the nuclear option very much has been on Trump's table. Not just that, she has claimed that Trump administration officials are discussing the possible use of nuclear weapons against Iran, alleging that the issue has come up in high-level strategy meetings. Basically, she is accusing the administration of moving towards a lower threshold for the use of nuclear weapons. Is all of this a sign of things to come? Clearly, these are no ordinary times. Far from it. You see, when nuclear possibilities like these float around with increasing frequency, are these the kind of calculations being made behind the scenes? Now, we have the Pentagon official in the latest hinting at the potential of nuclear war, a local one. Can a regional war that the Pentagon official is talking about turn into reality? Can Pakistan or Israel bring the nuclear element to the war is the question. And how does Pakistan come into the picture, you wonder? Let's explain this. Earlier this month, remember, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, Turkey signed that joint defense agreement in Mecca. It was called the Mecca Joint Defense Agreement, intended to basically strengthen collective deterrence against any act of aggression, and stipulating that an armed attack against any of the three would be regarded as an attack on all. Remember, cracks started showing soon after that pact was sealed with a lot of fanfare. But then, given these warnings, the possibilities doing the rounds, it's also important to highlight here how this trilateral framework could come into the picture. It could strengthen the country's collective diplomatic and defense weight as well, while also contributing to the emergence of a more regionally driven security architecture. And remember, Pakistan is the only nuclear-armed Muslim country as such. Also, although Pakistan agreed a mutual defense pact with Saudi Arabia just last year, it has not responded to Iran's attacks on the kingdom militarily, remember. It has also played down suggestions that its nuclear deterrent might be extended to allies, saying last year of its pact with Saudi Arabia that atomic weapons were not on the radar. Meanwhile, more details have emerged on America's stockpile crisis. That's the other challenge that America is grappling with, remember, and how this Iran war has basically exposed dangerous weaknesses. There are more numbers on the impact on the stockpiles of defensive missiles, with several years' worth of production fired off in just a matter of months. The Iran war has sharply depleted key U.S. missile defense stocks, with some estimates reportedly putting Patriot losses at up to 3/5, THAAD losses at about half. Rebuilding basically could take years. All of this while Russia and China, remember, continue to expand their missile arsenals. And these developments have triggered serious questions about whether ballistic missile defenses can actually keep up in a new arms race with Russia, Iran, China, North Korea. Let's also tell you about the developments that trickled in just a few hours ago that could also point towards a major escalation in the region. According to Syrian state media, Israel bombed an airbase in Syria, carrying out what appeared to be its first strike on Syrian government assets since March, and drawing criticism at the same time from a U.S. envoy who called it an unnecessary escalation. According to a Reuters report, Syria's state-run source, citing a military source, said Israel carried out eight airstrikes targeting the runway and storage facilities at this base, the Abu al-Duhur base. The report added that the Israeli military declined to comment on the strikes, while the Syrian Defense Ministry did not respond. A lot clearly is up in the air, West Asia getting dragged further into uncertainty, despair. The region right now stands on the brink of what could be a far more dangerous phase. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.